Hey besties, let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Besties, hey, it's Behind the Shade and I'm back. I told you I was going to go watch The Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Season 1, Episode 1, honey. Welcome to Rhode Island. I think I am vested. They got me. I'm interested. This cast might be a little stellar, you know? We got to dig into these, less popular areas. We got New York, they're on pause, but you got New York, Miami, Atlanta, Beverly Hills, Orange County. I mean, honey, this is giving good, like Salt Lake City good. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm so here for it, besties. Y'all gonna get Beverly Hills on Saturday, and I'm gonna recap Rhode Island on Thursdays. But you know what? I can't, because if Rhode Island comes on at 9, that's way too late for me to be staying up. Okay, well, I'm here for it. Rhode Island on Saturdays. Let's get into it. Let's meet the people. So we got the whole state of Rhode Island, just like Jersey. So we have the different cities. We got Providence, we got Creighton, and we have East Greenwich. Okay. And these ladies live in all three cities. And so first we have Alicia. She's Italian born, comes from a big family, has 6 aunties that love to hang out and cook and fellowship. She has one daughter, I believe, Selena, 9 years old. That's her mini me. They love Britney Spears. Honey, they spray their perfume and walk into it. They check their lips. They have a handshake where they end up twirling their hair and flipping their hair at the end. Billy is Alicia's fiance. He owns a few restaurants. Her favorite, Mama's Pizza or something. And yeah, they've been engaged for as long as the daughter's been alive. The aunties come over to eat. They complaining about how far it is. They want her to move back to Creighton, but Alicia moves to Providence with her fiance. His name is Billy. He makes the money, so that's that on that. They kind of throwing out hints about marriage because they've been engaged for 9 years. Next up, we have Elizabeth, who looks just like Dolores, and we find out why later on in this episode. Besties, let me know if the mic sounds good. I have the shield back on, but I have the shield pulled down to see if that gives it something. I don't think I'm gonna be hollering and screaming, so it really doesn't matter in this episode. But yeah, so Liz, she looks like Dolores. She's very blunt, says whatever. She's married to Jerry. Then they find out later that they may be related. But not so close to where they, have to get divorced and just be family. She's a stepmom, so I guess she has no children. Her and her husband, they own a cannabis dispensary, and this is the first one on the East Coast. So, honey, since he's the king of cannabis, she considers herself the queen of cannabis. Then we have Kelsey. She seems to be a little younger. Yeah, she's like 30, 31. Her boyfriend will not be a part of the show. He does not want you putting his face on the television because he's a player, a real one though, not the one that lies to you. He got another girlfriend. So he got this young chick. She spends a lot of time alone because he spends half of his time in Florida with his other chick. But in Rhode Island, he got money. We don't know what he does because, he's a mystery. Pictures of him, face blurred out. We know what his hair looks like. We know what his hand looks like, and we know how tall he is. So she does not have to work, honey. She's a kept woman. Yes. But I don't know if she's the main or the side, but whatever. He has her living in a 8,000 square foot home. This home is the lap of luxury. 4 kitchens, 79 televisions. She didn't say how many bedrooms, but why does any castle, mansion, estate, farm, whatever, why does something so large needs almost 80 televisions? Like, why? Why do you need 4 kitchens? But she was crowned Miss Rhode Island because of him. She doesn't work. Uh-huh. So she met whoever she messing with when she was 19. They've been together for 10 years. So that means she's about 30, 31. He's gone to Florida for about 5 months out of the year because he's there with a whole nother woman. And now that she's getting older, she wants a one-woman man. And so now she's torn between living this lonely, great life or finding the love of her life. Then we meet Rosie. She's the fun girl. She's a newscaster. All the old people in Rhode Island love her because, all they do is watch the news all day. She's married to a guy named Rich. They've been married for a year. He's rich, and he's rich off of doing hobbies. He's a DJ. He flips houses with his uncle. He sings. Don't confuse him with being an impersonator. He sings Frank Sinatra songs, so that's pretty big. And I'm like, well, what does he want to be called? Because if you are not the person, if you're not Frank Sinatra, then that would be what you are. But don't call him that. He gets upset. Okay, fine. Karaoke King. I don't know. What you want us to call you? What are you doing? Anyway, she does TV shows on the weekend. She has a TV show. She does segments for local businesses. So she has a little small issue with another one of the castmates that we haven't met just yet. Her name is Jo Ellen, honey. Jo Ellen is mean. That's it. And that's all. She's a mean girl. She say what she want. She don't care. She ain't taking it back. She throws shade. One of the girls considered her to be, insecure, because that's where all that mean stuff comes from. You've been carrying it for a long time and you lash out at people because something inside of you is not healed. Okay. Because why are you being mean to people that are just trying to be nice and like you? So the rumor says that she's a swinger. Mm-hmm. She be swing. No, wait. No. We're talking about Jo Ellen. So we find out, Jo Ellen is married to Gary, and they are supposed to be swingers. Yeah, they may have done some things. And also, child Gary has probably slept with her sister back in high school. So if you saw the previews, you heard someone say, oh, she married her sister's boyfriend. They're talking about Jo Ellen. Baby, I think they got the right ones with this cast. Sometimes you just can't reboot an existing city. Sometimes you just close up shop and go somewhere else. The heck with New Jersey and New York. Let's go to Rhode Island. It worked for Salt Lake City. Try these unpopular cities. Carlos over there taking bail collector from Jackson to Birmingham. Child, try these unpopular cities, honey. So, the newscaster, her name Rosie. Rosie is going to plan a posh picnic for a few of the ladies. She wants to do her show, and there's that on that. So at the posh picnic, we are introduced to Ashley. Ashley and Rosie are friends. Ashley brings Dunkin' Donuts because, honey, everybody in Rhode Island loves a Dunkin' Donut, honey. It gets the party going, okay? So we find out that Ashley was on The Bachelor. Now she's married to Jared, whom she met and fell in love with, love at first sight. on the show Bachelor Paradise. They've been married for 6 years, and he owns Audrey's Coffee House and Lounge. And that business has been open for 4 years. Jared spends a lot of time there, like 100 hours a week, but he's bringing it down a notch because they have two boys, a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. So she's just at home, miserable with those kids. And we find out that Ashley is originally from Virginia, not Rhode Island. And so now that she lives there, she's like, everyone that lives in Rhode Island is very proud to be from Rhode Island. Like, very much, very, very proud. Like, if you are not born and raised there, they look at you like you're a suspect. Okay, so now that they're at the picnic, everybody's arrived. Joe Ellen brings up Kelsey, saying that she's tired of sharing her boyfriend and she's not sure what she wants to do with her relationship, but she tops it off and says, well, she's still a doll though. So then they play Never Have You Ever. And so, child, here we go. They ask a question about, people playing in your butt. And I'm like, oh goodness, can y'all speed this up? Because just stop being gross. So then Rosie brings up polygamy within the game. And then that brings up Kelsey. Oh, isn't that Kelsey and what her and her boyfriend are doing? And Joe Ellen is like, ask her. She don't know. And so she's not feeling that Rosie is always talking crap and making excuses about why she talks crap, right? So Rosie asks again about, Kelsey. And she says, being that she's a news reporter, this is what she does. She follows up with questions. That's who she is. So then Rosie and Joe Ellen, they go back and forth and back again, because Rosie tells Joe Ellen, well, I heard you talking crap about me when we was at your house. Joe Ellen's like, that's not true. She said, no, it is very true. We was at your house. You were talking about the wine that I brought. Child, Joe Ellen said, oh yeah, the wine was very cheap, but I didn't say it to you, but I did mean what I said. It was cheap. I was like, oh. And so Rose is like, and I still invited you here today. And, I'm still being nice to you. I'm extending the olive branch to you, and you can't do nothing but just be mean. And then I heard you even say that I was evil and children wouldn't like me. I had a good key with that one, besties. I said, yeah, that's bad. Why would you even say that the girl is evil? But you're the one that's evil. What bringing cheap wine makes you evil? What did the girl do to be evil, Joe Ellen? And how come children won't like her? Shoot, have you met these kids? These new kids, they're mean. Did you not see Bell Collective when London Simone came out in her Maserati and looked at all them bells and turned around and left? No, they don't know nothing about Bell Collective. Let me get some water, besties. So Rosie tells Joe Ellen, I got to get used to these new names. I paid $1,000 for your gift bag. And child, Joe Ellen told Rosie to STFU. I said, golly. I think I like old Joe Ellen. Child. The girls seem, I think I'm gonna enjoy them. I can already tell. Okay. So then Rosie starts to cry. Then Alicia's like, told you, and I thought to myself when Rosie started crying. Remember when they were together earlier in the episode, and she asked, do you think Joe Ellen is going to be nice if I invite her to my picnic? What did Alicia say? Or was that Liz? I think it was Alicia. I don't remember. Who was it? I think it was Alicia. Alicia told her, no, I don't think she's going to be nice. She told you She's not nice. She's a mean girl. So they have more back and forth and back again. And then Joella says, look, let's start over. Because I got this 4th of July party that I'm going to throw, and I want you to come, you know, but let's squash this. So they all decide to squash it. Then Joellen tells us that she don't even know what the 4th of July stands for. She has no idea, but baby, she know to wear red, blue, and white and the flag and have caviar hot dogs, child. So the party is rocking. The decor is looking amazing. The venue looks nice. It looks like a great day off the water. Everything looks great. She got planners, party planners and everything. So then look who joins the cast, honey. Dolores from New Jersey. Girl, why does she look just like Liz? They look like twins, child. And I said that the first moment when I saw Liz, did you guys think that too? Did you guys think that? I was like, is that Dolores? And it's like, no, she's not as cute as Dolores. But yeah, Dolores is there with Polly. She met Liz and they became friends. And so Liz got her to come down to Rhode Island for the summer. Okay. So Joellen tells Kelsey that, I stuck up for you when Rosie questioned your relationship. And then, then Alicia come asking questions and asking, did you have 2 boyfriends? And I told them to ask you. And so Kelsey was like, yeah, I sniffed out a long time ago that Rosie was not a girl's girl. Yeah, I peeped that. So Kelsey says her relationship upsets her. And she could be a cold bia, honey. She said if she ain't explaining nothing to nobody, and then she starts to cry. I was like, I thought you was hardcore. You ain't that hard at no. She might be. Maybe them tears is keeping her from going to jail. So I'm interested to see how Kelsey will hold up with all these rumors going around. So then the group gathers because the hostess, Joellen, needs to speak and greet Rosie and Alicia because they just got there. They was already gossiping as soon as they saw them. So it's like Dolores said, okay, now let's go on over and say hello. So then Kelsey is telling Alicia that her relationship came with rules and she accepted it. She understands, she's aware. And that's that on that. And you tell Rosie, keep my name out of her mouth. Alicia's like, I'm confused. What is happening? What? I don't get it. So Joellen and Kelsey get their picture drawn, and Kelsey expresses how she doesn't like that Rosie is calculating her relationship. And she said this is the road she don't want to go down because it will not end well for her. What you gonna do, is her name Rosie? Rosie, what you gonna do? But then I don't know. But can you be acting a fool? You are Miss Rhode Island, honey. Are you supposed to be acting crazy? Don't you have an image to uphold? Girl, you supposed to be poised and classy based. You about to get on this TV and act a fool, girl? Well, I'm here for it. I'm here for both. Shoot, Kenya over there acting a fool on Atlanta when she was Miss USA. So we'll see. So Liz and Dolores get their picture drawn next. And the artist is like, are y'all sisters? And she's like, no, we're friends. And so we find out Liz has gone to Dolores's surgeon and her dentist. That's why they look so much alike. But Liz is not as cute as Dolores is, in my opinion. Dolores's work looks natural. Liz's work does not. She loves her look. We know because she all in the cameras, just but her look is very plasticky, very plasticky. So they like their picture because on the picture the guy just drew Dolores twice. That's all they did. And so that was cute. So later on, Kelsey asked Rosie, about what happened at the picnic. And Rosie's like, nothing. She said, yeah, I've been talking about my relationship. When you flapping your gums talking about my relationship. And she was like, no, like I was just questioning things that Joe Ellen brought up about you in your relationship. She said something. I asked about it. She said, you're going through a hard time and all that. Honey, now Kelsey doesn't know who she should trust. Because honey, they said in Rhode Island, this place ain't nothing but a bunch of big secrets, a whole bunch of cheating scandals. Rumors will be sprayed and people will not apologize for it. And it sounds like everybody is messing with everybody's husband. It sounds like everybody has been had once or twice, because if you grew up there, you just know everybody from childhood. But baby, I'm here for it, besties. Y'all never did say you was gonna watch, but let me know what you think. Are we watching? What you gonna do? Because if you're not gonna watch, I won't. Yes, I will, because I'm here for it. Ooh, I wish it. I hope it just. Say hi to Brooklyn. She's sitting right here. She just don't want to leave me alone, and that's fine. But she did good. She just walked out. She's been sitting right here on my desk this whole time, and I actually had to pick her up because she was. I don't know if y'all caught when she was talking, but hopefully you didn't hear it. So anyway, that's my dog Brooklyn. You'll see her soon. I'll post her one day. But anyway, besties, ciao. I'm here for it. You let me know. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you thought. You gotta tune in. I think we're gonna like it, besties. But don't forget to subscribe, like the channel. Hello to my new besties. Say hi, speak, hype the video. Make sure your notification bell is on so that you know each and every time I post my content. I'll be back tonight with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. And then I told y'all I'm with the family tomorrow on Easter, so I want you to enjoy your Easter. But I'll be back on Monday with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But season 17, I believe, baby, it got to be better than the last one because Sweet 16 did not do well at all. But we got faith, and we're going to give them a try. All right, besties, I'll be back with Love and Marriage Huntsville. Bye, besties.